Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. How you all doing on this lovely Thursday night? Is all good, I hope? Just have to do my usual checks. Yes, I can hear myself. Right, I'm going to turn that down. That seems to be working. So this is part 3, chapter 3 of Truck Driver, the American Dream. Chapter 3, like I said, I think, of the story mode. I know it's not too often that we have story modes in truck simulators, but there we go, we have one in this one. Now, if you've been following it, if you have been following it, then you know that we have done a couple of chapters already, hence this is chapter 3, yes, that's absolutely right. And our our mentor in this, our little co-pilot, is a guy called Clint, who worked with our father, who sadly died about 20 years ago during a storm. We've taken up the family business. We've become a truck driver. We're a guy called Nathan. We've done a couple of jobs, and now Clint wants us to go and pick something up for his farm. Is basically where we're at. So this is chapter 3. Shall we get into it? I think we should. Let's go. Oh, we got a skill point. So, okay. So you have enough experience points to unlock your first skill. Press the view button to open the main menu to go to driver license submenu and unlock your first skill with A button. Okay, so the view button, I'm guessing it's this. What the hell's the view button? There we go. So go to licenses and we have a skill point that we can use on eco-friendly. It's the only one we can use it on. So our fuel will be more efficient and we will consume 5% less. There we are there. Look at Nathan, the big sexy bastard. Although I don't like the way he spells his name. That's not a very good signature, is it? So let's get this. So there we go. Our first skill point, 5% lower fuel consumption. Level 3. So we have all these here that we can still get as the game goes on. What else have we got? So that's obviously that's the previous missions we've been doing. We're currently on the farm, so we've got to go to John Building Supply Inc. Attach the trailer, go to Oak Valley Farm, and detach the trailer. So how long do you reckon this will take? I'd say half an hour for this one. Shouldn't be as long as chapter 2, because chapter 2 took about an hour, which seemed a little long. This is our destination, by the way, so this is our route where we're going, so we may get some fuel on the way there. Head down. Hopefully we won't need to sleep, pick up our thing, and then I'm not sure where exactly we're going after that, but we will give it a go. Just this is all there is in the pause menu. So
good to go.
Here we go.
Yeah, we're ready to head to John's building supply.
Great.
Let's get this thing started.
What's it like out here, driving on your own for days or even
Right.
weeks at a time? Don't
We gotta turn this thing around, don't we?
Pressed or bored?
Are you considering long distance routes?
Not necessarily. I'm just curious about what it's like for you. As for the routes, we'll see. Time will tell.
I have no idea if my experience will be relevant for you, but I've spent many years on the road. In fact, I can't even remember what it's like not to be a trucker anymore. So my perspective is probably skewed. If nothing else, after all these years on the road, I've seen all sorts of shit.
And at the beginning, when you first started?
Well, I can't remember that far back. You should probably ask a younger trucker. Of course, it depends on the type of person you are. If you enjoy being on your own and can take care of yourself, it might be a breeze. But life in the cab of an 18-wheeler would be quite tough. And loneliness would likely be the least of your concerns.
Yeah.
Besides, we have phones nowadays. Some truckers listen to music a lot. Others bring books along to read while on break or in bed.
Thanks, Clint. I appreciate your honesty.
Anytime, my boy.
Okay, so I've decided that I'm not really going to...
Be
Oh,
nosy.
never mind.
What do you need all that wood for?
My brother's making some renovations on the farm, so most of it will be used for repairs.
Hey, if you need any help, just let me know.
Thanks, but my brother has it all under control. As I said, he takes care of everything on the farm.
Okay, so as I was going to say there, I've decided that I'm going to remain silent when the characters are talking, because I gather you're watching this for the storyline. I could guess. So there's no point in me talking over it. So when the characters are talking, I will be silent. How's that sound? Sound like a deal? So yeah, so here we are, once again traveling in the middle of America. That I'm not really getting American vibes from, although there's some sunflower fields here. It's quite nice. Whoa, almost hit that guy.
Your father?
Only vague ones.
If you don't want to talk about it, just say so.
No, it's fine. Apart from my mother, you might be the only person I'd want to talk to about him. Tell me a cool memory of him. Something my mom doesn't know. Come on, Clint. All of my memories are hazy, mostly based on my mom's stories. I do remember that whenever he came home from a trip, I'd usually be in bed. He would walk in smiling and tickle my feet. I remember looking forward to it.
You meant everything to him, Nathan. Your dad was the proudest father in the world. He was always planning things for the two of you, playing basketball, rides in the trunk, jogging in the morning. In such moments, his face would light up. I envied him a bit for it. I dreamt of having a son of my own when I was younger.
Tell me a cool story of the two of you together.
You probably know about his small role in Road Dimension.
Of course, but I never watched the whole movie.
It's not bad. You should give it a go when you have time. Do you know how he got cast in the movie?
Random. The director happened to run into him and thought he'd make a good character.
Yeah, he liked the way he was smoking a cig.
Huh?
Your father was unmatched when it came to unique mannerisms. Oftentimes, he would simply light a cigarette in the bar, and the eyes of all the women there would be drawn to him.
Wow. Really?
It was the same thing that happened with the director. We were at a bistro. I think we were in Boston at the time.
And?
Your father was smoking, and he went, "Look at that guy over there staring at me." And then that guy gets up and heads to our way. He introduced himself and straight away said that he'd love to give your father a minor role in his next movie. Your dad froze for a moment. It's not every day that a popular film director comes up to you and offers you a role.
And then what happened?
Your father asked him what made him think he'd be right for the part, and Ted Scott, I believe his name was, said he was perfect for the opening scene, a wedding. He just liked how your dad was smoking and sipping from his glass. Of course, he must have liked his looks too. I think he got like $150 for that part.
I didn't know the details. That short scene is the only video I have of him. He almost landed a career in the movies, huh?
I don't know about that. He never got a single line of dialogue.
Yeah, I was just kidding around. But cool story. Thanks.
You got it. I can tell you more stories if you want.
Sure, later on.
Cool story, bro.
I never started smoking myself.
My
Good
God.
for you.
Okay, well there we go. So you may have noticed there again, once more, if you've been watching my videos, that these AI drivers have a habit, in case you haven't seen it, they have a habit of pamping you when you get the traffic lights. Now, it's a bit of a bugbear for me. It's something I've pointed out in the other two chapters. It's a wee bit annoying. No matter what you do, you go to the traffic lights, and if it's red and you're stuck behind traffic, no matter what distance you are from the traffic in front, the damn other cars pamp you. Beep their horns. And I don't know why. It's obviously a bug or something, but I don't know what they're expecting me to do. Am I meant to crash into the cars in front? I honestly don't know what the AI wants from me. Maybe they just want me to commit suicide. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows with this thing? But on the flip side of that, I have to say I'm having fun with it. I think it's quite good. It runs steady enough, as you can see. And this is on this isn't on performance mode, by the way. This is on fidelity mode, so it's the graphics as high as we can get. Hence, you're getting the reflections and stuff. So the frame rate itself isn't actually too bad, considering. Now, if I wanted to, I could have this thing running at a smooth 60 frames a second. Gonna get some petrol here. A smooth 60 frames per second. But it would take a hit on the graphics. Now, to some people, frame rate is more important than graphics, which is fair enough. I personally like the graphics, and it's running at a steady, I would say, 30 frames. Put my parking brake on, turn the engine off, and get some fuel here. But it is running at a steady 30 frames. There's no real hiccups. The only thing I've seen really anything that's really like been a bit of a bug or a game or glitch, if you like, is on chapter 1. If you watch it, there was a fan crashed, AI fan crashed, but to be fair, it wasn't that big a deal because turn the engine back on. It wasn't that big a deal because it despawned itself, so I was able to get past it without really too much hassle. And then obviously the pumping of the traffic, but apart from that, this game is pretty hang on a second here, let me just, yeah, okay, we're still on track. This game is pretty damn good, pretty steady, pretty fun. Doesn't look the worst. Has nice reflections on the windscreen, has nice effects. Only thing is, this mirror obviously is running at about 10 frames a second, but I will that's not a problem really. At least it works. It's in real time. I shall see where this traffic going past, so that is a working mirror, as is that one. But yeah, I feel like we're backtracking on ourselves, because here's another, this might be the other side of that poppy field actually, because we are going, if we check our map one more time, no we're not, it's turned me around. Why would I have done that? We did come this way and then we got here and we were going to head down, but now it's turned me around. So this is another, okay, this is maybe another glitch that we're finding here, that I got petrol, as you know, or diesel more likely, and then yeah, it's turned me around. Why would it, why right, gonna have to do a risky maneuver here, fellas. Nothing to see here. Whoa. Oops. Okay. Ah, look. I've got damage to my truck now. So, as you can see by the dashboard here, my little, what looks like a wheel symbol has turned amber, yellow. That means it's been damaged. Now, my past experience of this tells me that this truck, while it's not doing it right now, will eventually start pulling to one side. I think that's maybe your alignment, or definitely your wheels. It could be tires, but I know that when I damaged the truck before, in one of the chapters that I done before I start streaming the game, that when I damaged it too much, the car would actually start pulling to one side. The truck, sorry, would start pulling to one side. Now, it was doing such a good, subtle job of it that I actually thought my controller was broke. I was like, have I got some kind of stick drift going on here? That turns out, nope. It's just the truck was damaged, and so the alignment seemed to be off. Now, here we go. Right, look how close. I'm pretty sure he hit me. And now he's pumping his horn. So I'm going to get a bit close to this car to see if that triggers the AI. He's hit me again. The motherfucker hit me again. Do you see that? He literally drove into the back of me. Yeah, well, that's what I think of you, mate. How you like those apples? Go on, do it one more time. Go on. Son of a bitch. Right. Yeah, take that. And for good measure, take this. Now here's real-time damage in that car. That's another nice little effect. I like that. I'm not sure if your truck can get damaged though. Obviously, oh, I meant to be going this way. Obviously your whoa, it's gone disastrous. My God, $303 for it was worth it. It was worth it. Unless that's that poor bastard there at the junction, I don't know. Okay, so yeah, I don't see any damage. My truck looks dirtier, I'll give you that, but I don't see any damage done to it. But that's nice. That's also nice to see that the cars actually get damaged. Visible damage on the bodywork. It's a nice touch. Oh, turn my indicator off. So, truck seems okay for now. It does seem okay for now. We may want to pull in at some point to get that fixed, but it's not vital. We should be good. It's turned out to be quite a nice day. It looks like it's maybe 1:15 or 3, one of the two. It's hard to say because that dashboard, as you can see, is kind of out of focus. I don't know why and the contrast on the GPS inside the cab is not the best at times. As you can see, you can barely make out that red line, yet if you go outside the cab and get it like that, that's perfect, as is the dashboard. Well, the dials. So it's actually easier figuring out your speed and where you're going through the external camera, but once you get back into the internal camera, that is a bit out of focus, or else I'm going blind. And the contrast, brightness, whatever you want to call it, on that screen there, the GPS screen, is kind of hindering me now. I can't really see the line. I can barely see it. And I'm hearing chickens. I'm hearing chickens. Must be in there. Must be a chicken farm. But yeah, so far so good. Just heading down here. I believe we're going to pick up some wood from John Building Supply for Clint's farm. I gotta be honest though, I'm in two minds about this sunbreaker thing on the windscreen here. This camera's so slow. See that metal visor just above the windscreen? I'm in two minds about it because, as you can see, it takes up a little bit of real estate on the old windscreen there. So I might, when we go to the garage to fix the truck up, I might actually take that off again. Maybe. We'll see. I just feel like it's like, you know, it's taken off a good 6 inches of that windscreen. Like, you see what I mean? Like, where is these reflections coming from? It's a really nice effect. But if I was to turn this down to performance mode, you would get, like, what's this about? You would get a steady 60 frames, but a lot of this effect would be gone. In fact, I might try that now, actually, if it lets me. So if we go in the options, display, obviously 1 fidelity, so that's the best graphics we can get. We're going to go to performance mode, apply it, go back. This thing better not make a liar out of me. And we'll go back into it and see, look, a lot of your reflections are gone. Now there is a nice light strobing effect there, to be fair, but you can see it's 60 frames, so it's a lot smoother. But your trade-off is you've lost a lot of that reflections, detail. It just doesn't look quite as nice. Now, some people will prefer the 60 frames, I understand that. I will say this though, your mirrors and where the fuck are you going? That's that guy with the dodgy car, look. He's followed me. What is this? Mad bastard. Yeah, go fuck yourself. The mirrors there are actually, they've actually improved their frame rate. Go figure. Yeah, they're a lot smoother, the mirrors, in fairness. I don't know what you guys think. Should I keep it at 60? Is this him coming back for more? Is it? It is! It's back! It's like the opposite of Duel. Oh my god, this mad bastard's coming to get me. What's happening down there? What's he doing? What is going on? You know what? I think I might keep it on 60 for a wee while to see, just to see what it's like. See, I think if I go a wee bit closer to the fence here, this guy thinks he's got a chance to overtake. Yeah, that's what's happening. I think they have a chance to overtake. And then I go, whoop! Not today, son. No, he's still coming at me like. And I wasn't fined for that, by the way. I did not receive a fine for that. So that was fair. He deserved that. Is this still him? Or her? I'm not sure. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. This fun things like that, man. That's great. I made my night. Now I hear a horse. What's going on? Right, sadly we're going to have to turn off here to pick up our supplies. Look at this. What the hell is he doing? There's no damage to my truck, is there? I don't think there is. Nah, that truck is all good. That camera's actually got to be a bit faster too to move, so you know what, I might keep it on performance mode for a while. Hopefully this is picking up 60 frames actually on the old stream, otherwise you're just getting shitty graphics, well, shittier graphics without the benefit of the frame rate. But I think you're getting 60. There's our big wooden trunks, I guess, for the farm. It's a bit like Final Destination, this. I wouldn't travel too close behind me. Right, so what way is this going to take us? It's going to take us back the way we came. Literally going back the way we came. So we're going past, obviously, this B&B, whatever it is, up past the petrol station where we got our petrol, into here, and I imagine, I could be wrong, so this is where I kind of stopped playing, was at this point, before I decided to start streaming this. I imagine we maybe either finish a chapter here, or we're going to go back to our starting point, which I can't remember where exactly that was in the map. But we do need to head to a garage at some point, so I think this was near enough our starting point here. We'll have to go back to that garage at some point, or to this garage, whichever one happens to be closer at the end of all this. There's also a garage. Oh well, here we've got garages here and here to fix the truck. So we'll get to here, see what it wants to do next. That could be the end of the chapter, it might not, I don't know, but we'll see. But let's get going. Yeah, this camera's definitely faster.
Come on, let's go home. My nephews are there. I'll introduce you to them. They're around your age. After you got married, did you manage to maintain your friendships?
Not really. I've lost touch with most of my close friends. Not that there were many of them, but me and Rambir have stayed close. Rambir is Indian. His name means honest, or maybe brave warrior, something like that.
Oh, cool.
Oh, his name means something. Something. Don't know what. Meant something.
I wonder if it still runs. Was he born here?
No, he's an immigrant. He came here with his parents when he was little.
Is his family from the upper castes?
Not really.
Sorry for being so nosy.
No, it's fine. Rambir's a cool guy.
What does he do?
Right now, the same as me, trying to figure out his next step in life.
You youngsters think way too much. Always calculating, never acting.
That's quite the generalization, isn't it?
It probably is. Just my personal observation. Didn't mean to offend you. Sorry.
No worries. You seem to be young at heart. I don't feel the usual generation gap. Plus, I should be thanking you for everything you've done for me and for what you did for my mom after my dad passed.
Easy now. You're gonna make me cry, son.
Oh, here's one for you.
Oh well, let's hope the copyright doesn't kick in here.
Just drive.
Nah, it must be copyright free music, because I'm pretty sure. Let me just make sure that's still ticked. I did have the copyright free option in the audio, didn't I? Or was it general? The stream mode's on, so that music must be fine. I maybe put the subtitles on the large so you can see them a bit better. We'll keep that and we'll go back. Some nice 80s synth. I like it. I love it. So is that Carrie's rest stop where we stopped before? It is. Oh my god, why is he stopping? So there's a couple of graphical things happening here. So when I do this, you can see the car in front. Its lights are kind of playing up. There's the water. So it's not as steady graphically. So again, I'm in two minds whether to change it back to fidelity mode or not. But if it sounds like I'm shouting, it's because I'm listening to this through headphones, and now with the music playing, I can't really hear myself. So if I'm shouting in the microphone, I do apologise. Nice lighting effects. It's just some graphical glitches happening there as well. See that? It kind of, I don't know if that's coming through in the stream, but certainly in front of me there's a bit of a flicker. So I really am tempted to put it back to a new video unlock, thanks. And sure, mode's back on, so let's hope that hasn't cost me anything.
Play cards?
Not a big fan, really. I play video games. Linda gives me a hard time for playing too much. She says all I ever do is walk some horses on the screen.
If that's what you're into. My nephews play too. The machine is called Guesser or something.
I suppose it's Sega, I'm guessing.
I used to go to arcades back in my day. I played Street Combat 2 a lot. Does that game still exist?
Street Fighter 2, no doubt.
The fifth one's out now.
I never really got
Sixth one,
into it
actually.
like you kids. Sports were always my biggest passion.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I might. But then I see, I'm just. There is a middle option here. There's a trade-off, I believe. Unlock fidelity, so that prioritizes frame rate over resolution with dynamic 4K at 60 Hz. Includes improved shadow, lighting, and draw distance. Ray tracing effects are enabled in this mode. So with the performance mode, as you can see, the ray tracing effects are disabled. Up to 60 frames, dynamic resolution. But with fidelity, resolution is prioritized over frame rate with dynamic 4K at 30 frames. Includes improved shadows, lighting, and draw distance. Ray tracing effects are enabled. So I'm going to try fidelity unlocked to try and see if it'll give me the best of both worlds. So let's apply that. And we'll go back into it and see what the deal is. Hopefully this delays some of the graphics. Certainly, it still feels pretty smooth. And if you look at the car ahead, that stutter, when I turn my camera, has reduced a good bit. In fact, I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it's certainly a lot better. and the frame rate of the mirror is still pretty good. So I think this is good. Now, as a disclaimer, I will say this: I'm actually playing this game at 1080p, not 4K, because the monitor I'm using is a 1080p one. It's got a high frame rate, but it's only a 1080p. So the that's not the PS4, the Xbox Series X is outputting at 1080. So it's not the full 4K, and maybe that's why the frame rate at the unlocked mode is actually pretty smooth, because it's not really pushing it too much. All we're really getting is the ray tracing and the draw distance and the extra effects, but the resolution itself is 1080. Right, so here's the petrol station where we passed before. So, look it up here. Why are you stopped? Is it pumping the goddamn horns again? Are you serious, mate? Come on. Jesus Christ, the night boy. Oh, there's no way. I'm gonna get done for going through a red light here. Am I? No, maybe I'm okay. Taking my big load back home. So, yeah. So this is chapter 3. I think there's about 30 odd chapters of this. I'll play, every time I stream I'll do one chapter. I think that's just the perfect length and way to do it. Now, I will be also streaming other games. I'm planning on doing TT, Right on the Edge 3. I'm going to do it concurrent with this. So sometimes you'll see this, sometimes you'll see TT, Right on the Edge 3. Because it's a game I've had for ages and haven't really got around to playing much of it. And I thought, what better incentive than to play it on stream. I've also got City Driver coming tomorrow on the PS5. So I will be playing it at some point, probably after this is done, to be fair. I don't want to play too many games, stream too many games concurrently, because then I'll just never get around to really finishing anything. So I'm going to maybe stick to this and TT, and we'll go from there, see how they do. I think that'll be the perfect mixture. But I've got loads of sim games, expect loads of sim games coming up on the channel. Whoa, 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 that was close. On the channel, I've got loads, like I say, all different kinds. You name it, I've got it probably. So, the lights just went red. So, yeah. But like I say, City Driver's coming tomorrow. We're playing this. We'll get TT on. I've got Taxi Life. I've got Garden Life. I've got House Flipper, House Builder, Construction Simulator. Ugh, you name it, I've got it. So we'll be giving all those a go, as well as racing games. So like we'll start with TT, then we've got Forza Motorsport. We have countless racing games we can go through. So yeah, so hopefully you'll stick around. Hopefully you'll get something out of this, and it's all just a bit of fun, as you know. But certainly the best thing about this version of Truck Driver is that it has a story mode, so it has an end point. So we've got something to work towards. And that's the plan. We'll finish this off and then jump onto something else. But certainly keep an eye. I'll probably start doing TT tomorrow night. Or if not tomorrow night, Saturday night for sure. I know I'm a bit late to the party, given that the actual TT is literally just finished. But that's the plan. Of course, I will be playing as Michael Dunlop, the greatest of all time. So, look forward to seeing that. If I remember correctly, the third TT game has this open world structure, and I never got into it. I think the problem was just trying to find a race, or trying to qualify for the TT track itself, the mountain course, was a bit convoluted. So, well, give it another go. See if I get it better this time. Do it on stream. See if I can stay on the bike. Chances are I can't, because it's actually quite difficult, and go from there. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying these truck driving streams. truck driving streams, if I can actually speak English. I have to say, part of the reason for streaming games like this is, like I said, just to be an incentive to play them. Sometimes simulator games can be a little bit dry, a little bit boring, a little bit grindy, and so you kind of lose the motivating factor to come back to it. But if I'm streaming it, that gives me incentive to come back and keep coming back. You cheeky bastard! That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Yeah, $313. It was worth every single penny. And I'd do it again twice on Sunday. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying these streams. I'm thinking for the channel, I'm not going to do too many story-based games. I'm not going to do like The Last of Us, for example, because with it being so story-heavy, a lot of it will just be me sitting here doing nothing, just watching cutscenes. So I'd rather do simulator games, racing games, platformers, shooters, stuff like that I can at least interact and talk to about the game to you guys, you know. And it won't always be like this, by the way. I do have cameras set up. It's just with it being the Xbox Series X, I did have a camera set up before, but there's only specific ones work with this console. And so just starting out, I wanted to do it without the camera, but certainly on the TT one, on the PS5, I've got the PlayStation 5 camera, so we might have it set up. So if you find these a little bit boring, not seeing me, which I don't know why you would, because there's not much to see, but if you do, then certainly you'll see me on the TT one tomorrow night. Hopefully tomorrow night. I'm not going to set it in stone, but it should be tomorrow night. Now we're getting close to our destination here, because I'm seeing this, but I'm not seeing a symbol that says that's our drop-off point. So it's going to be over here somewhere. Yes, I need to stop and relax, I understand, but I think we're getting close. So I should be able to hold off. See now, what's that effect happening? That's the car behind me, making that that can't be the car behind you, because it wouldn't make it through the... That's the traffic lights. Talking nonsense, never mind. I thought that like yellow reflection was like the headlights behind me, but then I remembered I have a big massive load in the back of my truck. So the lights wouldn't have bounced off it. Wouldn't have got through to the cab. Right, what's happening? Right, there's a green light, so let's get going. So it must be down here. Oak Valley Farm, yeah. That's where we're heading, boys.
Well, we're here. Welcome home.
Thanks. Looks quite nice. I just drop this off here, do I? Drive it straight in. Extra 10%. There we go. On the parking brake. Turn off the engine. That should be it, shouldn't it? There we go. Just had to press the right button.
Clint and I spent 9 weeks together.
9 weeks that was?
Not only did he help me find my footing in the new job, but he also gave me a fresh perspective of my self-worth. He taught me how to have more confidence, which for one reason or another I'd always struggled to maintain. Clint provided me with the best training possible, showing me a number of useful tricks, and all the ins and outs of an 18-wheeler. We also talked about my father quite a bit. In Clint's words, he was a quiet guy, but opened up amongst friends. They were really close. Clint said my father talked about me all the time and took good care of my mom, trying to make sure we had everything we needed. He was working hard at keeping our family together until the tornado tore us apart.
It would do that, like.
I got a job at Furious Delivery Company. Clint recommended me, and I hope we'll stay in touch with him. Now it's high time for me to make something of myself.
Ah, okay. So that's obviously the end of chapter 3. So this is where we'll leave it for this stream. On to chapter 4 for the next one. But it looks like that is our time with Clint over. So we'll be out solo from now on, or at least until we pick someone else up. Who knows what might happen in the story? But it's be interesting to see where this goes then. Because he's been guiding us all this time. Is this going to become then maybe a bit more of a stereotypical truck sim? Where you're just driving with no real storyline to speak of for a while, maybe a couple of chapters, who knows? I'm just speculating. But yes, thank you for watching. This is the end of this stream. Hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I'll probably be back on tomorrow night with some TT. I'm thinking just for something different, and then come back onto this on Saturday. So I'll do a day on, day off thing with this, I think. And then that means I can either play something offline, like Alan Wake 2, I'm going through at the minute. I don't really want to stream it because, like I said, it's such a story-based game. It'd be pointless. So yeah, they'll probably come back to this on Saturday night. Maybe play TT tomorrow night. Get started on it. Get it set up and good to go. So look forward to that, hopefully. And if you're watching this on Twitch, thank you very much for watching it live. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you very much. This is streamed live on Twitch first and then put it over to YouTube. So thank you on both sides. Obviously, if you want to see it live, then certainly subscribe to my Twitch channel. There should be a link in the YouTube, and vice versa. If you want to watch it on YouTube, there should be a link to my YouTube channel. I think I will stay with Twitch for the PS5. Now the Xbox Series X can only stream to Twitch. This is why I'm on Twitch. Usually I would stream to YouTube, but I think to be consistent, even on the PS5, I'm going to stream to Twitch. And maybe even when I play PC games, I might stream to Twitch and then do the same thing. Saying that, the interactive element of this might be better on YouTube. I don't know, I'm just working it out really. We'll see what happens, but I'm rambling on. I don't mean to. I apologise. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I will hopefully see you tomorrow by playing TT. Not set in stone, but that's the plan so far. We'll see what happens. Definitely come back to this on Saturday to do chapter 4, and we'll go from there, huh? So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye for now.